action.
Okay, today we're going to show you the simplest way to solve the issue of copper bottom pots or copper utensils that get corroded or dirty or stained from cooking or in the dishwasher. You need only a few things. You need ketchup, you need a silicone basting brush, a sponge with scratchless scrubber, and for really difficult pots you'll need a cleaner called Barkeeper's Friend. It's available at any home store, $2.49. You don't need all these expensive cleaners and rub-ons and all that. It's a soft cleanser, can be used on ceramic top stoves or glassware or pots. The total time to prep this is about 2 minutes, and the total time to finish is about 3 minutes. And there's no rubbing or serious rubbing or physical labor. You just put a small amount of ketchup on the bottom of the pot, and you spread it around evenly with the silicone brush. It doesn't matter if you have too much. You don't want to have too little, but you don't want to have too much. I mean, you don't want to have too little, but you can have too much. The reason this works is the vinegar and the spices in the ketchup, but also the ketchup itself provides a paste, so you don't have to pre-mix any paste, and keeps the ketchup in place. And then it's simply essentially a reverse oxidation process. And you'll find at the end there's not any physical labor involved above this. Now it's likely these two pots will only require the ketchup. They're not as dirty as they might look. So we may not need to use the soft cleanser, but I show that just in case you're not happy with the initial result. But it'll be the same process. And maybe we'll do it at the end just to show you. Spread a little bit of the soft cleanser on the pot. On the soft cleanser, you do not let it sit. It must be rinsed off immediately after you put it on. That's the only. This you let sit for 1 hour and 15 minutes. If you let it sit too long, the ketchup will eventually dry up and it may not do quite as good. If you don't let it sit long enough, it won't have enough time to work. So 1 hour and 15 minutes is probably optimal. We'll come back in about 10 minutes and show you there's already been a difference. So we're going to close now and then come back in 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, and hopefully you can see through the ketchup that it's starting to look more like a copper color and very little discoloration. It's still way too soon, so we'll come back in an hour and show you the step 2. So basically you walk away and have lunch and come back in an hour and the process will be done. It takes another 2 minutes to clean up and you're done. Okay, we're back. We have a little bit of warm water in a bowl. You'd normally do this at the sink, but the lighting's better here. And the sponge, you're just going to lightly rub the ketchup. I think you get the idea here. And this one was dirtier, more corroded, so we're going to do the same with this one. We might need to use the scrubbing side, but we'll see. these are both almost 30 years old, so it's not a case of this just works on new pots. This one didn't come quite as shiny because of the age mostly, so either whether a pot's too corroded or doesn't come out shiny, this is what you want to use as step 2. Shake it up good. Just put a little bit on. Just rub it around the surface. So this will not only remove the rest of the corrosion, but it will polish the surface also. And I think you'll see the difference between the other pan and this one. Again, there's no hard work here, it's just lightly rubbing to let the product do the work. You can see the big one is a little bit shinier than the small one. We do the same thing with this one. So if you do this occasionally, it doesn't take much work. You can do 10 almost as fast as you can do 2, and it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper and a lot less labor intensive than commercial products.